I would like to introduce to you Shap, the Speaker of the House. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thanks, Lauren. It's great to be here today, and I think I've been here at all 7 of them so far, and it's great to see so many familiar faces. You know, we understand here in the House that nonprofits do a lot of the work that we're trying to pull together in the House. We know that you are the backbone of the Vermont economy in helping us provide the support services that are needed throughout the state. And we also know that you're struggling, like we are, to figure out how to balance all your budgets and provide the services that you need in sort of a constrained environment. And all I want to leave you with today is to say this. We want to be partners together. And we want to hear from you the struggles that you're having and help work with you on how we can address those struggles. And we want to help you understand sort of the struggles that we're having as well. You know, we are living within a constrained environment on the funding side, and that means that we have to look at what we do and how we do it in sort of different ways, and be creative. And we need your help in thinking through how we can be more creative. You know, we get. You know, after 8 years, I can say as speaker, I think one of the challenges that we have is getting out of the ruts of how we do things. I mean, I cannot tell you how many times I hear in a day, well, we have to do it this way because it's the way we've always done it. Well, you know what? We live in a different world than the one that we lived in 10, 15, 20 years ago. And everybody else around us is doing things differently. We better figure out how to do things differently as well, because we're in a different landscape. That doesn't mean that we should lose our commitment to the goals that we have. It should mean that we can understand that we have technologies, we have other things that can help us actually provide services in different ways. And we want to work with you to understand how you're doing that, so maybe we can use some of the best practices that you have so that we can change the things that we're doing. At the end of the day, we all share the same goal. We want a Vermont that is a place of opportunity for all of its people, that continues to have the quality of life that attracts people here and keeps people here. And we want, unlike a lot of other places in the country, to continue the tradition of taking care of each other, understanding that we are only as good as what we do for those who are less fortunate. You know, we have a long tradition in this state of being community-minded and neighbor-oriented. And I was reminded of this on Wednesday night when I was driving home, and I live on a dirt road, and my car got buried to its frame about a mile away from home. My wife was not home, and I had no idea how I was going to get out. And some guy who drove up in a pickup truck behind me realized he had no idea who I was. That's probably good, so he was willing to help me. The guy gets out of his truck and he's like, "Well, that looks pretty bad." And he goes, "Let me see what I got in my truck. See if I can help you." So he like got out of his truck and he like got under the frame of my car. I was in a suit, and he like took off his shirt, gets underneath the frame of the car, finds something, you know, that he can wrap around a tow rope to, and he pulled me out. And that's Vermont, right? I mean, isn't that Vermont? You know, this is 9:30 at night, and this guy is like, "Well, it's just like the mudding that I usually do. It's just a different kind of vehicle that I got to pull out." And so, I mean, but I tell that story because it's a reminder that we still have a place where people will stop their car 9:30 at night and pull out one of their neighbors, because that's the thing that we do. And that's what you're doing. You are the proverbial truck with the tow rope that's helping pull people out of the mud. And I just want to thank you for doing that work. And to the extent that we can provide some gas for the truck, well, we'll help you with that. So, okay?
Do you have any questions for the speaker? Anything on people's minds they'd like to ask?
Well, it's a quiet crowd.
Okay. Quiet crowd.
I'm not going to turn that down.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Good to see you.